Alright, hello everyone. Hello Oncey. Hello Karasu. Hello Mama Bear. Hello Calm Mom. Hello Sensory. How is everyone? How are my lovely disciples? Give me a moment. I'm just setting up one more thing. I want to get a stopwatch thing set up. Well, I need to screen capture this. Window capture the stopwatch. Wherever it is. Is it here somewhere? Oh, it's named clock. The more you know. Alright. That should be good. Bada bing, bada boom. Hello. This playlist is a little bit louder than the usual one. Turn it down just a touch. 3D printer is working hard. I figured out how to layer models on top of other models. So I'm layering some. I'm actually printing another Ent, but this time on a what's it called? A base that is like, you know, standard play sized, so I could potentially like use it in a play scenario if I wanted to. I'm not going to, but I could if I felt like it. How are the allergies? Allergies are well under control though. My throat's a little Scuff today. Honestly, kind of wish I had some cough drops on me. I do, but they're out in my van, but I have tea with honey, so I think we're good. We're fine. But yeah, thank you. But water time, yeah. Are the table and the cup new? So the background is new. The table and the cup are new, but like I've had them from other things. The table I bought a long time ago for a reason. Like the tables, it's actually like a pack of tables. I actually bought it the last time I was doing VTuber stuff under a different account. So I've had this thing forever. The tea, I think I bought for like a date ASMR live thing that I did forever ago and didn't like. That was kind of my like try to do live ASMR, and when I realized that I don't really like doing like live ASMR roleplay, I don't like doing ASMR roleplay live. It's not my vibe, not my jam. Scripted, no problem. I can read a script, but I can't do it live. Anyways, today we are doing a thing. So we're gonna pull this up. So the goal of today. Let me shrink this, shrink that. Shrinking a lot of things. We're shrinking them. Pulled up virtual box. There we go. There's virtual box. So I'm gonna take us on over here. So actually text. I think Kate's a better editor. Yeah, Kate's a better editor. So oh wow, that's tiny on here. Am I able to like, maybe I should open up an actual document instead of trying to do everything in a text document. Shut up. What doc? There we go. Live ASMRs was so much fun for us anyways. I'm glad that you liked them. I did not enjoy them. 24 point. Let's see here. So, the Linux installation race. All right. Arch Linux versus Linux Mint. So the goal, there's basically going to be from downloading ISO to final installation will be timed. So what does final installation mean? I would adore a library like that. Give me the books in a comfy place, some tea, and watch me disappear. For real. For real. That'd be great. So final installation means a couple things. So we will be marking down the time that I am able to log into a GUI desktop environment. Command line does not count. If I'm only able to log into command line, it's no good. It does not count. So the reason why I have to specify this is because Arch Linux in particular does not come with a graphical user interface by default. You have to select one. And that might be a problem. I'm not sure. Because I've never installed Arch Linux. The other thing is install Steam and play a game. And install Steam, install a game, and play it. Okay, that's going to be the other thing. And then the other metric we're going to be looking at is basic office stuff. Word adjacent or word alternative, like what I'm using right now, LibreOffice, GIMP or Krita as like a Photoshop alternative, and I think that's like that covers enough. So this is gonna be like what we're timing here. So I put 2 L's in final because I'm a nerd. Yeah, spreadsheet. If I could pop up a word alternative, I can also pop up a spreadsheet. Is kind of like what I'm thinking, because like basically if I install LibreOffice Writer and have it running, all of the LibreOffice suite will run. Because like if I type in LibreOffice, I've got Writer, I've got Calc, I got Math, I got Impress, I got Draw, Base, you know, all this stuff. I've never used LibreOffice Draw. I actually don't know what it does. What do I do? Oh, I know what this is. This is for like making, what's it called? Flyers or whatnot. But anyways, so this is the plan. This is the goal. It's gonna be a little different from if you were installing at home, because I am going to be installing each of these on a virtual box, a virtual machine. So rather than loading this up on a flash drive and installing it on something, we're just going to be loading the ISO directly into a virtual box. It's a bit different, but it's the best I could do. I've seen LibreOffice, but haven't used it. LibreOffice is fine. It's basically Microsoft Office 2003 with some more features. Simulator thingy? Yes, it's a simulator thingy. So basically it simulates a computer inside my computer. Now, we aren't gonna, as far as like games go, we're not gonna do anything too crazy as far as games go. We're gonna load up something I know I can load up and doesn't require like a ton of what's it called? Bandwidth, or not a lot of bandwidth and not a lot of resources. So probably Banished would be a really good test, actually. So we'll do Banished. So we'll see what's going on with that. Also, let me hold on, I need to change my Steam password to something easy so I can log into it in an efficient amount of time. Hold on. I think this is my account name. One moment. We will change the password. Got to do some cleaning, but I'll lurk and chicken. Hey, heck yeah. That's the beauty of streams. You can just kind of come in, come out, pop in, pop out, be here, not be here. No worries. No worries at all. All right, hold on. Let me change the account details. We are going to how do I change my password? Where do I change my password in here? Hold on. There's a lot of settings here, but no password. Manage my phone number. I manage a lot of things. I can't change my password. Store preferences, like cookies and browser. Security and devices. Here we are. It's probably in here. Change password. Yes, I will take a verification code on the thing. What operating system do you use at the moment? I use Manjaro, Angelo. Hello, how's it going? Welcome on in. How you doing? Let's see here. KQ. Don't say the whole thing out loud. basic OPSEC akushi. All right, and then I just need like a relatively simple password. Oh, hold on. If my brain will function for 2 seconds and allow me to type the same password in twice in a row, that would be cool. Ugh. How dare I have all these verification measures set up on my account? How tragic. Apocalyptica? Like the band Apocalyptica? I haven't listened to Apocalyptica in so long. Hall of the Mountain King, that's the music you were singing? Oh yeah. I do that sometimes, just go into Hall of the Mountain King. Bum, 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 da, da, da. Passwords are necessary, but a pain. Well, it's not even the passwords. It's like I have multiple like two-factor authentications and whatnot. It's just like because I'm paranoid for good reason. I won't talk about this, but there's certain things where the only type of two-factor authentication is mobile two-factor authentication, and I find that extremely concerning. We'll put it that way. So with all that said, we are gonna start with Arch, and actually, hold on. Let me before we do that, we're gonna pop over here. We're gonna. Oh, no. We'll start with just downloading the ISO and go from there. Because setting up the virtual box should be like the same amount of time as like putting in a what's it called? Blah blah blah. All the loading it onto a USB stick and loading that on the computer, blah blah blah. Roughly equivalent amount of time, so close enough. Using Ubuntu, fully encrypted with BTRFS. Nice. I used Ubuntu for a bit when I first switched from Windows to Linux a while back, but I hate GNOME. It sucks. It's not good, and trying to switch to a different desktop environment was a pain in the ass. So I switched over to Linux Mint and just used that for a long time. Someone convinced me to switch to Nobara, and that was horrific. Tried to switch over to just plain old Fedora. That was also horrific. So I switched back to Linux Mint, and then I was having problems because I was trying to do things, but I needed Wayland and Pipewire. And so I was like, well, shit. Trying to get that to work on Mint is a pain in the ass. So let me try Manjaro. And I switched to Manjaro, and I haven't looked back. And I'm actually very happy with Manjaro. I don't care about DE. I care about DE a lot. I care about my desktop environment a lot. I am a GUI first person. Command line makes me want to fucking die. I actually, yeah. People who are like, ooh, I do everything in command line. I'm like, you're insane. Get away from me. I am not a command line person. I use command line as little as possible. Software management GUIs. Oh, my beloved. Wonderful. I actually like the setup KDE has a lot. Anyways, we're gonna start. How many program things does Linux have? Like different versions. There's a lot. Like, cause there's, yeah. Command line is awful. Yeah, command. Like, I would just rather do things in a GUI. I'm a very visual person as well, which is part of the situation with that. Like, because it's not a problem of technical stuff. Because like, if I take a moment, I can like bring up a printer in my head, all the way from covers to bare sheet metal, and have the entire printer in my head, all the gears, everything, like all the boards, where they are. Not in perfect detail, but good enough that I can visualize the machine, pull it apart in my head and like diagnose off the top of my head talking to someone over the phone. Command line makes me want to die. So like it's genuinely like I'm a very visual person, so a GUI is just I need it. Anyways, we're doing a lot of yapping, not a lot of installing. Let me start this stopwatch. We're with CLI, been there, done that. Now I want something stable. Stable's totally reasonable. That's why I run Manjaro stable, because it's more stable than, you know, Arch and the experimental version of Manjaro. That said, the first time I installed Manjaro, it completely bricked itself the same day. Should try KDE Neon. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. We're starting the timer. Boop. Boop. Arch Linux. We want Arch Linux. We're gonna install Arch Linux. It's gonna be a fun time. Alright, how do we install? Alright. Support, tools, development people. I'm not seeing a download an ISO button. Installation guide. Here we go. That'll work. So visit the download page. Hey, look at that. Let's see here. You can download it via BitTorrent or in your browser. Hold on. I don't know what's in my torrent right now, so we're gonna magnet link. Open transmission. I would like a direct download and not a torrent. Okay, this is fine. Hello, 2A4S. I am using Manjaro right now. I am currently trying to install Arch Linux onto a VirtualBox. So I'm going to, and so I've never installed Arch Linux, but I have installed Linux Mint, and so we're gonna time the two. It's not fair at all, but I want to see like how long does it take me to go through an Arch Linux installation, basically blind, and then go from that, right? And like, you know, see how long that takes. And we're gonna do from downloading the ISO to final installation, which I'm registering at 3 different points, logging into a GUI desktop environment, installing Steam to install a game. We're gonna do Banished and play it a little bit. And then basic office stuff. Word alternative, GIMP, Krita, you know, something like that. So use Wine as little as possible. I fucking hate Wine. It's so bad. If I can run something through Proton, I will run it through Proton every time. It was really interesting, especially since I saw the article on installing Linux on older PCs with Windows 10. Yeah. Oh yeah. You can, like, I have a little garbage laptop that the only reason why it's functioning at this point is because it has Mint on it. Use VS Code to SSH it. That use, I understand what SSH is. I don't know. I don't know what VS Code is. So, oh, while this is downloading, let me take a moment. We're gonna go into my downloads folder and we're gonna make sure there's nothing susty in here. No, it looks good. Okay. Everything should be good. Boop. What interface do you use in Manjaro? Just KDE. Standard, just standard out of the box KDE. Very little customization. I set it to dark mode. That's about it. I even have the default desktop background, if we want to, like, shrink down here. Like, I haven't even changed the desktop background on this thing. Like, that's how little I've done with it. We don't even need this open at this point. My laptop will soon be 15 years old, but I rarely use it on my iPad all the time. Reasonable. Ah! That's horrific. I really need to turn off system sounds at some point. I don't want to add. I want a new one. We're going to call this Aku Arch. And we're going to select an ISO image. Other downloads. Oh, we have an Arch. We have a Linux Mint in there. We'll delete that. It's presently. Sure, finish. We'll go ahead and start this and see what that happens. And it started up over here. All right. Install medium BIOS with speech. We'll just do that. See what happens. First option. Head empty, no thoughts. We're just installing. We're gonna see what happens. All right. To install Arch Linux, follow the installation guide. Cool. For Wi-Fi, for mobile broadband, for Ethernet, using DHCP should work automatically. After connecting to the internet, the installation guide being accessed via the convenient script installation guide. We're just gonna do that. Installation guide. Let's go. Cool. Wow, this is interesting. So, how do I... Okay, so I can up and down to navigate this. Where is... pre-installation. Alright. I have installed? Where in this am I? That's the question. Let's see. Man. Alright, we're gonna go here. Select the mirrors. Packages to be installed must be downloaded from mirror servers, which are defined in etc pacman.d mirror list in the live system. So I don't have an automatic set of mirrors. File will later be copied to the new system by Packstrap, so it's worth getting it right. No software configuration gets carried over from the live environment to the installed system. Am I in the live environment or am I in the installed system? Verify the boot mode. I am unsure what's... Hold on, we're gonna back out of this. So I'm unclear as to what I'm supposed to be doing here. I've been kind of just dumped into a command line, and I don't know how to do that. Presented with ZHS shell prompt to switch to a different console. View this guide with links. Please don't send me to another guide. Console fonts. Can like what? I don't care. I don't need. Okay, I don't care about like most of this. F. Use a partitioning tool. Man, this is hard. Mount on the installed system. There's like no GUI at all. Hold on. Alright, hold on. Actually, we're gonna pretend like I got a laptop and I'm gonna be looking up how to do this on the laptop on the side, or on the main desktop while I do this on a laptop. Okay, so which means I'm going to be typing in all these. So, okay. Alright, so we'll put this off to the side, and I will be referencing this as I go. So, and we're gonna, I'm a big old dumb idiot, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Ping archlinux.org. Can you copy paste? I'm not gonna let myself copy paste because I'm going to pretend like I'm doing this like on an actual. Okay, so I am able to ping. Okay, cool. Update the system clock. Why? Okay, I'll do it. I'm just gonna. I am a monkey with a keyboard. Fdisk/L. -L. Okay. So we have some stuff. What do I do with the stuff? The following partitions are required. One partition for the root directory. For booting in UEFI mode, an EFI persistent partition. Use a partitioning tool like fdisk to modify partition tables. So, fdisk /dev/ the disk to be partitioned. So this is gonna be SDA, right? Changes will remain in memory only until you decide to write them. Okay. Does not contain a created a new DOS MBR disabled disk. M for help. I need help. I don't know what I'm doing. N, add a new partition table. Primary. Partition number 1. What does it want me to do here? Suggested size 1 GB. Okay. Yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing. Okay. What's the 1 GB in the small numbers again? I assume this is in bytes, right? I'm making a lot of assumptions here. Maybe it's in kilobytes. I don't know. It doesn't say. It doesn't say what this is in. It says first sector 2048 to da, but it doesn't tell me what it's using. So I have no idea. I have no idea how to size anything because I have no baseline to go off of. So we've already run into some significant issues of this doesn't tell me anything. By the way, if I can't install Arch Linux in an hour and a half, I'm going to give up. Doesn't 1 GB equal 1000 megabytes? Yes. However, comma, I don't know if we're running this where it says 2048 here. I don't know if it means 2048 bytes, 2048 kilobytes. 2000. I assume it's either bytes or kilobytes, but I'm not sure. We're gonna assume kilobytes because bytes doesn't make any sense. So if we do KB to GB 1E6, yeah, that doesn't really help me at all. Okay. 1 million. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sure. And of size 7.5 gigabytes. So that wasn't at all correct. The print is tiny even on my TV. Apologies. You know what? I can expand that a little bit. I can make this a little bigger. There we go. It ain't perfect, but it's better. Okay, so that was 7.5 gigabytes. I was trying to create 1 gigabyte. How many gigabytes do I have? What? What is all this? I don't even know what this is. It's a lot of stuff. How do I install the Linux? Why can't I install the Linux yet? So, format the partitions. Alright. It's saying a lot of stuff about like a boot, a swap, a dev root partition. I think these all don't matter probably. So I'm gonna skip them. So, who needs swap? I don't need swap. I have memory. Don't need swap. That's dumb. If you want me to make swap, give me a button to just make swap. Why am I having to do all this work? Alright, we're gonna... Let's see, where am I? So we need... How do we F this? Hold on. M for help. So I want to see what I have. That's not what I want. M is print this menu, generic. Resize a partition, print information about a partition, verify partition table, change, print, add a new partition. List known partition types. List free unpartitioned space, delete a partition. We could delete the partition and then like set things up correctly. Hold on, real quick. How much space did I give this thing? Real quick. We got storage. Oh, it's got 8 gigabytes. We might have like not given it enough space. That might also be a problem. So we're gonna close this down. Power off the machine. And then we are going to settings real quick. Just fix this real quick, don't mind me. Is this the... Hold on, am I able to... We might start over from the beginning, but probably not. I don't think I'm able to make... I think I can make a new one. Add attachment. Hard disk. Oh, we don't want to add, we want to create. Okay. Finish. There we go. Okay. Now we'll power this back on. So we're booting with BIOS. So that's good information to have. So if we're going to be doing BIOS of MBR, then we only need Linux and Linux swap. So that's good. We're learning. Okay. So I need... We pretty much know it's gonna connect to the internet and all that. We don't care about that. We just need fdisk-l. So we need... So we've got a big disk here, the SDA. So we want to fdisk/dev/SDA, and that's going to get us to our thing. And then we're going to, with that, we're going to make a bit of swap. So we want to add a new partition table. Is this an extended partition or is this a primary partition? I don't know. I think swap partition is an extended, so we're just gonna make it a logical. We'll call it 2. Let's do we'll do 10,000. See what that gets us. The big disk. 103. Wait a minute. Oh, I understand where I messed up. I'm using the entire disk to make this. Oh. Alright, let's delete this. Okay. It wants me to define the list. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna... I understand how this works. So let's make our primary partition for right now. So we want to do from 2048 to like, actually hold on. We want to do the little one. He has big disk energy, big disk energy even. Let's go. We'll call it primary. We'll call it 1, and then this is gonna go from 2048 to what's we're gonna do 100,000. That's 47 megabytes. Okay. So we would like to resize that. Resize a partition. New size. Oh, new size. KMGTP in bytes or size S in sectors. Default 103.4 gigs. 103. Oh, okay. So we can define this as like 5G. Okay, so if we... Oh, that's not what I want to do. That's not at all what I wanted to do. Verify the partition table? I don't know. We'll make a new partition. Be good for now. I don't believe you. We'll just do 2. And then we will just do the rest of this. Yep. Okay. And then, all right. So we have made 2 partitions. So we just need to name them now, right? So let's see here. How do we name partitions? Oh, there's a new label. Create a new label. Create a new empty MBR DOS partition table. Oh, I think I was supposed to make an MBR partition table. How is this supposed to go at work? Hold on. We're learning. We're learning. Okay. So I want to create an MBR partition table. Okay. Okay, so then we can create. Okay, create one, and 20, 40, 8 to that much, and then we will resize it to 5G. Okay, and then we can make a new partition table, and this will be primary, and that will be 2. And we'll do that by default. Okay. Cool. And then... Is it rolling it well? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I am. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just doing my best. So right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make partitions so I can actually install the damn thing. Right? And I've never done this in command line before. So how do I mount a partition? Hold on. Or do I... Oh, I think I need to exit. Oh, write table to disk and exit. Okay. So... So now... Okay. Partition table has been altered. IOCTL to reread partition table. I don't know what that is. LS disk. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Make fs.ext4. Oh wait, hold on. ls-l. Notice special emotes are showing again on the stream screen. Yeah, I was having some thoughts today. fdisk/l. That's what I want. I'm working on it. Just not today. Okay, so we have. Okay. Mount/dev. I don't know how /mount. Mount. Okay. Okay. I don't. All right. Whatever. Make fs s.ext4/dev/sda2. Yes. Okay. And then I want make swap/dev/sda1. Did I MK swap? I did the right thing, right? Oh, MK. I did /MK swap /dev/sda1. Okay. Software area needs to be at least 40 kilobytes. It is. It's 5 gigabytes. What do you mean? SDA1 is big enough. What? Reminds me of the TV series reboot. Reasonable. Good show. I was watching some of that like somewhat recently. Swap area needs to be at least 40 kilobytes. It is. It's 5 gigabytes. What do you want? I don't understand. All right, fdisk. How was I doing? dev/sda. So let's see. Change a partition type. 1 L. That's not what I want, I think. Maybe. I don't know what this all means. What does it mean? What does it mean? Hello, Jester XD. Can't feel anything? I can't feel anything in my brain. It's going numb, so I'm right there with you. I don't know. I was hoping between primary and extended like I had before. Oh. I want -82. Ha! Let's go. And then I need to write changes. I think that's W. Write changes. Hey, let's go. Alright. So now we need a mount. Okay, so we can fdisk-L should give us our disks. Okay, so I need to mount /dev/sda2 /mount. Okay. And then you have to use the EFI system partition. Okay. Don't know. To create a swap volume, enable it with swap on. Swap on /dev/sda1. Heard you say that on stream so many times. Yeah. Read swap header failed. Cool. We're just going to ignore that. Okay, I need to select mirrors, which are defined on the live system after connecting. Reflector updates the mirror by choosing 20 most. I don't need to do anything with that. It's automatically created. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I need pack strat -k /mount base Linux -firmware. Alright. Something is happening. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. Hello, Cinnamony. Welcome on in. Hey, that's how it goes sometimes. You show up when you do. Don't even worry about it. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. I don't know what kind of day I'm having. I am having a day of all time, though. My God. At least one thing's going well, and that's my 3D printer. I think we're finally installing Arch Linux, and we're only 34 minutes in. If this looks scary to you, let it be known. This looks scary to me too, and I daily drive Linux. All right, let's read ahead a little bit. So I need to generate an oh no, what why do I need to do stuff with F step? What's huh? All right. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. One step at a time. One step at a time. That's how we do this. My dad's birthday was today. We worked hard to set it up, so very tired. Oh, nice. Awesome. Well, sit back, relax, chill out, you know. Okay, cool. Presumably we've installed things. So we're gonna gen fstab -u /mount and then 2 sideways carrots /mount /etc /fstab. Cooking now? I'm trying to. Okay, I think nano mount etc fstab just to see. Wow. I don't know. We're just gonna hope that works. Arch fruit /mount. Oh. Okay. ln-sf /user /share /zone info / I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Hold on. Command is C system times time standard for details. Tell me the thing to put in for my area. You know what? This can you know what? Time can happen later. I don't care. We can do. Hold on. I don't know what. You know what? The time looks like you're hacking someone. I'm trying to install Arch Linux. I understand where you would get that assumption from, though. So we're gonna local-gen. Cool. Oh, locale-gen. Okay. Okay, and then c/locale.config. No such file or directory. /mount. Wow. Do nano /etc/locale dot. Maybe that'll. Wow. Okay. So nano's not a thing. I don't know what a. We're gonna skip a bunch of steps here because it's not working. I don't know. A question mark. Cal-gen. This should have worked. Generating locales, generation complete. And then it says just do this. etc locale.config. Nano. Nano's like a text editor, so I keep thinking that's gonna work, but I guess doesn't work. Hold on. Oh wait, Arch dash fruit dash mount. Maybe I got myself out of the thing. No. Okay, so we are in the right place, I think. I don't understand. Okay. make init cpio-p. Hey, that did something. Sounds like the kid's teasing, right? Nano, nano, nano. Possibly missing firmware for module. Possibly missing firmware for module. Possibly missing firmware for module. How terribly exciting. Choose and install a Linux capable bootloader. No other details. What? We'll install Grub because I'm familiar with it. No, maybe. Oh, why? BIOS systems, here we go. What? What? Grub dash install dash dash target equals i386 dash pc slash dev slash sta1 maybe? Cool. That just doesn't work. Cool. So I literally can't follow this step because it won't work. Also, let me set password. Okay. I don't know how to install a bootloader. Why doesn't it automatically install a bootloader? Why does it not? Why grub dash install dash dash target equals i386 dash pc slash dev slash sda1. Grub install command not found. So it literally, I literally don't have the install thing to do what they want me to do. So what if I do, what's this syslinux thing? Load the MBR. What does this mean? Oh, hey, there is a thing. Okay. Syslinux dash install underscore update. This is an automatic thing apparently. This just works. Command not found. Cool. We're just gonna kind of hope it works without all this. Let's hope. We're gonna do some hoping. Oh. Reset. Reset. All right. Hey, Grayson, how's it going? We're booting. Maybe. Tired? Reasonable. I am tired of not knowing what I'm doing here. We got 45 minutes before I give up and we go do Linux Mint. Speaking of, I need to go delete that. It's just hanging on booting. I don't think it's supposed to do that. I think maybe some of this, even just trying to get this to be installed is so strange. Yeah, it's stuck. I 100% it's because I couldn't figure out how to do a bootloader. It didn't, like, my issue is that, like, I don't know what it wants me to do. I genuinely do not understand what I was supposed to do when it says install a bootloader, right? Welcome to Arch Linux. But this is the Arch Linux installer again, I think. Yeah, this is to install Arch Linux. Okay. So I don't, if we do this, we should still have our stuff. So we've got Linux on SDA 2. Okay, cool. How do I install? Am I the only one watching on Twitch today? Probably. How do I install this thing? There's an ASMR VTuber award thing going on. Yeah, I saw you posted that in the Discord. How am I supposed to do this? If you can't figure out, does not speak well for their program. It doesn't. Arch Linux is a pain in the ass. I knew this going in. I knew there was a chance I was not going to complete this install. What am I printing? I'm printing an ent with an actual, like, base on it. Yeah. Well, that's better than I was going on before. Okay, so we're gonna do slash fdisk. Hold on, what was it for this thing? We're gonna. Oh yeah. I think fdisk slash SDA, and we're going to resize partition 2, and we're gonna make it 90G, and then we are going to create a new partition. It is going to be a logical partition. It's going to be partition 3, and first sector there, and we're just gonna go and then write that, and then we are going to fdisk slash L. Okay, so we got SDA 3, not that, I lost it. Okay, so grub dash install dash target equals i386pc slash dev slash SDA3. Please specify target or directory. Okay. See grub install or grub manual for details. Let's see. That's not helping. Grub manual. Don't understand. BIOS boot partition. Recommend Beds core image in this partition. Create a megabyte partition. Partition type GUID. Oh, I need to do. Okay, so fdisk/dev/sda. Okay, I missed a step. Okay. Select partition type. So we need to change a partition type for 3. We need to L list all. We need a BIOS one, I think, is what we're looking for. Where in this list is BIOS? Oh. I'm not really seeing it. Partition type BIOS boot for fdisk. I'm looking and I'm not seeing BIOS boot in this list. Maybe I'm just an idiot and I'm just blind. But I'm not seeing it. I'm really kind of not seeing it. This is incredible. Very powerful stuff here. We'll just OS2 boot manager, hidden FAT12, hidden FAT16, an ECC and BSD/OS, OS2 Linux extended, Linux plaintext. I'm just gonna set it to. Do I just hold on? Hex code or alias. So I think if I just type in this, it'll do it. To unknown. Well, that didn't work. Oh. What's the change partition size? Or change partition type is T. See BEOS, but no BIOS. Yeah. So we're gonna switch this back to extended. Okay. Trying to. Oh, okay, so we need, hold on, we need to change the size of 3 to 1M. Okay, that'll help, probably. And then we need change partition type 3 L. Still doesn't change the list. Don't know. That's not what I want. Yeah, that BEOS. I don't think that's it. Says select partition type BIOS boot in fdisk. So I should be able to just do this, right? But it doesn't work. I don't understand. I don't understand. We'll just set it to empty. It's a reasonable thing. Eating is a far better use of time than what I'm doing currently. We're an hour in and I still haven't figured out what's going on. Cause like, ugh. Oh wait, hold on. The base package does not include all tools from the live installation, so installing more packages may be necessary for a function-based system. Oh, I wonder. Hold on. Yes, I want to quit. Hold on. We are going to. Where's that root command? arch.jroot / mount. You failed this mount. Hold on. How do I mount the thing? Dev. Make directory /dev /sda2 /mount /boot. Oh, f disk -l. So in theory we have all right, we're going back. We're gonna go backwards and hopefully figure some. Make fs.txt4 /dev /sda2. Yes. And then we're going to mount /dev /sda2 /mount, and then we are going to mount make directory /dev / oh, I don't need that. Okay, so swap on /dev /sda1, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, so we're gonna try doing this again. We've done this before, but we're going back through stuff. Mount base Linux -firmware. We're gonna try barbecue sauce with ramen spicy. Ooh, sounds fun. I'm very angry at this thing. That's kind of what's going on right now. But we're gonna try and make it work. I mean, I'm giving myself a full hour and a half to try and install Arch Linux. If I can't do it in an hour and a half, it's not reasonable to expect most people to be able to install this at all. Is kind of where I'm at with it, you know? Alright. Peace, calm, and serenity. One day. It's working on it. It'll get there. So I am curious. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. Had tea recently? Nice. I finished my tea a while ago. Feel like I need more to calm myself. Alright, so we finished the pack strap. We need to gen fstab -u/mount. Mount tc/fstab. Okay. So /mount etc fstab. Okay. Pins and needles in my legs. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know what. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Okay. Gen fstab -l /mount etc fstab. Okay, I think that's what needed to happen. Okay. Okay. Cal-gen. Yes. Jittering locales generation complete. Okay. PC locale.config. CSH permission denied. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. How do I create it? Okay, so I need nano/etc/locale.config. Okay, cool. So lang equals en_us.utf-8, and then we'll save. Okay, so I want nano /mount/etc/fstab. Okay, so we have an fstab. All right, I can see that now. Okay, cool. Okay. So I was just I'm looking through some stuff. I think, hold on, where I just saw, oh god, where did it go? Time zone. So I need time, date, CTL, list time zones. Holy shit. Oh, okay, so we have, okay, all right, We're getting somewhere. Okay, so we need to do ln-sf/user/share/zone info/Los_Angeles. Eating bratwurst right now, but need some more water. Ooh, you should get more water. Okay, /etc/local time. Okay. Hardware clock. See, I don't know what that means, but we're gonna do it. All right. So I should have time properly done. We've done the locale. I don't think I need to make a host name, but we'll do it. Nano etc host name. ArchISO. Okay, that's fine. And password. We'll name it that. Okay, so that's working. All right, Linux capable bootloader. This is where we were having problems last time. We've figured out some things since last time. All right. So I would like to install grub. Okay. Need BIOS. I'm not able to do this stuff though. It doesn't work. I can't make a BIOS boot partition. Don't understand. What I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm trying to read and understand this shit, right? In theory, I need to do this, right? But like in practice, I'm having a hard time because it wants me to set it wants me to create a 1 megabit mebibyte partition, which I've done. All right. How do I set a partition type? GUID. Hold on. fdisk /dev/sda. No. Oh, it wants me to unmount if I'm gonna do that shit. Okay. I wonder if that was my problem before. I don't know. I just don't understand. Why is when I set things up I don't just get a bootloader? Like what is how do I make a bootloader? I do not. I'm just all right. We're gonna go Arch Linux how to install bootloader. I'm installing a bootloader in Arch. Okay, we need to create our boot partition was where the bootloader will reside. Okay, hold on. We need to like get out of some things first. So Okay. I think we're... Okay. I think we got out of... Okay, so if we get... Hold on. How do we get out of Crete? We don't want to... Oh, change route. Arch. Change route. How do we change route? The thing is, celery had seeds real. Yes, celery has seeds. That's plants have seeds. You know that, right? Like, celery's a plant. Plants have seeds. This is how this works. How is this new information? I apologize if I'm doing the thing where I make people feel stupid for basic information, but like this is really basic. All plants have seeds. That's how that works. That's just like a facet of reality. I don't... Huh? Sorry, I'm just... That's like the defining, like a defining feature of a plant is that it has a seed. I'm sorry. Like I just that one broke me a little bit. Okay. Mount. Sorry. Does this mean seaweed has seaweed seeds too? Presumably. I guess it does, probably. It's a plant, so presumably it has seeds. They're just distributed differently than on the ground. Hold on, we'll take a quick detour. Does seaweed have seeds? Pretty sure it does. Bunch of Presumably. Seaweed seeds. Maybe not. Nope. Here we go. You can buy seaweed seeds. Yep. Seaweed don't have roots, they have holdfasts. Interesting. Okay. So back to this. Don't understand. Okay. Hold on. What we're gonna do is we're gonna reset. And then that'll keep all our stuff, presumably. Hopefully. Okay. So I need fdisk / det. But you wrap sushi with seaweed, and isn't that a main? I'm trying to figure out, yeah. kelp and seaweed are like the same like thing. They're like they're like the same genus, right? Same, like they fall within the same realm of plants. Whatever it's called. Like I'm not sure where you're getting like going with this. All right, so I need. Okay, so we need to create a partition. All right, so we're gonna add a new partition. All right. Okay. Incredible. Let's do that. And then we will and then we will, let's see, to resize this, resize partition 5. I would like it to be 512 M. Okay. I thought kelp was an algae. Look, I don't know. I'm installing Linux right now. Let's see. I need. L command. So we need. Is it? I just need a BIOS partition. I'm still running into the problem where it's not giving me a BIOS partition. I get UEFI, I have swap, I have extended, Linux, RAID. Maybe we just set it as UEFI. I thought I was in BIOS though. It's saying to list partition types. All right, let's see here. Hold on. Oh yeah. We're gonna leave here. All right, so with disk dash L. All right, so let's use SDA3. Fine. So this one's saying pacman dash s grub os dash prober is what I need to do. Okay. Huh? I don't understand. Hold on, let's go back here. We're gonna change root again. Arch dash J root slash mount. Wait, I need to mount the damn thing first. Just yeah. Mount. SDA. SDA1. Oh, slash dev slash SDA1 slash mount slash boot. No. Mount link directory slash dev slash SDA2 slash mount slash boot. Okay, and then we've got that going, so we can go back down here. Go over here. Pacman -s grub. Just try grub. Target not found grub. Database file for core does not exist. Use -s pacman -sy. Okay. Okay. Grub, and it wants me to grab os-prober as well. Yes. Just grab that, because why not? Okay, so grub-install -target equals i386-pc check /dev /sda3. Fair to get to iRoot FS. What is that? What does this mean? iRoot FS. What is this? Nope, not a thing. So, well, okay, I wasn't able to install grub with that. Okay, we're getting there though. Grub install error. Failed to get canonical. Okay, we'll just specifically grub install error. Failed to get canonical path of iRoot FS. I am in the root command before doing grub install. Oh my god. Hold on. Grub2 make config uses. Grub2 dash make config. Sure. I don't know what iRoot FS is. It keeps saying stuff about iRoot FS and nobody answers it. Cool. When trying to install grub from a live environment without properly rooting into the installed system, I already rooted into the installed file system. Arch change root /mount /bin /bash. Okay. Failed to change root. Okay. I'm already okay. The best article. Oh, cool. You mean the article that doesn't tell me what to do? We're not in an hour and a half yet. I'm giving up. I'm not getting Arch installed in the next 5 minutes. Okay. We got an hour and 25 minutes in. And we could not install Arch Linux. Okay, so no Arch Linux. This is fine. So, you see that hour and 25 minutes of pain and suffering that I just went through? I'm gonna power off the machine. We're gonna delete this thing. Remove. Delete all files. Alright. We're gonna reset that. I would like you all to join me on a much better adventure. I'm gonna bring this over here. We're gonna close all these. Linux Mint. What is Linux Mint? Download. Instantly, I'm like, okay, I can download. So I can, and I don't have to torrent. I can download from Mirror. We're gonna download from here. Or well, maybe not. Clarkson University. Cool. And it will just download normally. I don't necessarily have to worry about like using torrent. I probably am gonna use a torrent though, because this thing's taking forever. Cancel. Torrent 64-bit. Open. Much more comfy poking time. Oh yeah. 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 I'm having a sip. We're good. See this was the whole point of the stream though. Like I'm like mildly technically competent, right? I'm not an idiot when it comes to competence, when it comes to tech. But I've got no idea what's going on with Arch Linux, right? Plenty of problems. However, that doesn't mean Linux is hard. Gonna go get water now? Reasonable. Water's good. Linux, in fact, can be extremely easy. Also, I appreciate the, like, handful of folks who, like, stopped by who are actually, like, Linux nerds. Immediately, like, left the stream. It was very good. I feel like telling them that I hate command line got them to leave. Very amusing. This is much more peaceful. Like this. I'm just gonna wait for this to download. And we're gonna actually, on the first try through, give it the proper amount of gigabytes. I think you're way more than mildly competent. I would never have lasted 15 minutes trying this. Fair enough. See, this is gonna be a lot easier. Call you proficient. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll take that. Proficient. Proficient makes sense to me. Oh, but yeah. Trying a lot, so that's good. Yeah, this is mostly for me. Like, I mean, there was a bit of a learning experience, right? With the Arch Linux, it was interesting to watch. I'm glad, even if it was mostly just me yelling at a screen. Haven't done coding in 25 years or so. Reasonable. I don't code at all. I do like a little bit in command line every now and again when I have to. but I generally try to avoid it as much as possible. Like, I actually, if I can avoid using command line at all, for most things I do. Like, I know some stuff, and like I'll SSH into my like remote servers and do stuff with them that way. But generally speaking, if I can interact with them via GUI in like the web browser, I will. Same way hate coding, yeah. I don't hate coding if I'm like trying to build something in particular. Sometimes. I don't know. I think I would like coding if I was no, because every time I try to get into coding, it's just I end up just like my brain just melts. I don't know. I prefer hardware. I like hardware. I like dealing with hardware. I'm not a software engineer type guy. What are Linux? That is how you spell it. Linux is an operating system. You know Windows and Mac? It's that. I use Linux on a day-to-day basis. So like, if we resize this down, right? This desktop environment you see, this when I press this, this is Linux that I am in right now. About this system. Manjaro Linux. KDE Plasma 6.3.4. Oh, just a few seconds left on this. Yeah, it's open source. It's built by volunteers over the last, like, what, almost 40 years or something like that? God, I need to turn that off. Alright, so we're gonna make a new thing. We're gonna call it Akumint. We will select this and hardware processors. We'll give it 4 CPUs. We'll give it a little more memory. Hard disk. We'll give it 100 gigabytes. That should be fine. Unattended install. We don't want an skip unattended installation. Finish. And we'll pop this open. So is Linux open source and there are just different brands of it? Yeah. Basically, there's like the core Linux kernel, and then people build operating systems on top of that. So, sounds to me like it's not. WhatsApp is a messaging service. WhatsApp is a messaging service that runs inside of an operating system. The operating system is like imagine Android or iOS or Windows or anything like that. It's the thing that actually tells you how everything works. Wow, look at that. We boot right into a GUI. Wow, look, install Linux Mint. Look how easy this is in comparison. Fucking Arch Linux. Hate it. Hate Arch Linux so much. Target. Oh, about the ding sound. Oh, the ding. If that's what WhatsApp sounds like, that's one more reason to hate WhatsApp. Install multimedia codec. Sure, that sounds good. Erase disk and install Linux Mint. Sure, that sounds good. Sure. This is without me reading hardly anything. Yeah, I'm in this time zone. My name is Akashi. This is my Occumint. We'll make my password Akashi. It'll be fine. Continue. Wow, look at that. And now it's just doing it. This is actually making sense. Yeah, right? See, the first thing I did is what people think installing Linux is like for all of it. Like, a lot of people I run into, oh, they're like, oh, don't you have to touch the command line, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, you don't. This is literally all you have to do. Like, the most you might have to do, that's like technically complicated, right, is if you're on Windows, you might want to like download Rufus. I think you have to download Rufus or something like that in order to create a bootable USB disk. And then you can make a bootable USB disk, you plug it in to your computer, you boot off of that, and then you just do this and install. And you can, there were, when it was like erase disk and whatnot, you don't have to erase disk. You can actually like inside of the thing partition things out, and it's got like a visual partition software that's very nice to sort of partition things out, and so you can leave Windows or Mac on your computer and it'll just work. One day. Alright, you have a good one. Thanks for dropping on by. One day. Yeah. And it's got a nice little slideshow about how to do things. See, if you want to have pain and suffering, you can install WhatsApp. Also, the only reason why I like have a hate boner for WhatsApp is because my experience with WhatsApp has been just the most insufferable people I've ever met telling me that I need to install WhatsApp. And it's like, okay, so I'm gonna use WhatsApp to keep in contact with you when I don't want to keep in contact with you. Incredible. What a fantastic idea. So that's where my hatred of WhatsApp comes from. $6 a.m. where you are? God damn. Gosh dang. Do you have any idea how many different versions of Linux there are? So offhand, the ones I can name, you've got Arch, Debian, Fedora, and Red Hat. These are like the 3 core ones that everything is based off of. Underneath Arch, you have SteamOS, Manjaro, and probably some other ones. Under Debian, you have Ubuntu. Underneath Ubuntu, you have Mint, Pop OS, and probably some other ones. Underneath Red Hat, you have Fedora, and then Nobara underneath that. Oh, you also have Ubuntu Studio, which is a tailored version of Ubuntu for people who are doing stuff like I do, but I do all that on Manjaro instead. So there's more than this, though. Oh, you also have, hold on. This would be like Ubuntu Studio. I guess that would be underneath Ubuntu, right? North Korea's Red Star OS is an Ubuntu variation, if I remember right. Trying to think off the top of my head. But yeah, off the top of my head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 that I know of. Do you think Mint would be best for an old PC with Windows 10? Yes. Mint is the easiest to transfer over to from Windows, in my opinion. Because, like, so this is installing right now, but if we look inside of Mint, we have the normal start menu that you're used to. You get LibreOffice, which is just basically Microsoft Office 2003. You got some basic like media player stuff. Like it gives you a web browser out the gate. Gives you a decent file system out, like file folder system out the gate. Like, it's very Windows-like in its construction. Bad Red Country, Above Our Country, roll similar stuff. They have a very, like, locked down version that's filled with spyware and like a lot of stuff. Thank you for letting me pick your brain. Absolutely. And this is part of the thing. It's like, if you have old hardware that's like sitting around and like you can't use it because it's running super slow, but you don't want to like get rid of it or throw it away, throwing Linux on it could give it some new life, right? If there's nothing wrong with that hardware wise, why get rid of it when it could still like at least do basic tasks? Like, maybe you're not going to do anything super complex on it, but maybe like do some like basic office work or just watch videos on YouTube or whatever, because like you can just do that. You can install Linux Mint, open up Firefox, and just like never interact with the operating system beyond that forever. Like, restart now. This would be where you would remove the flash drive. We're at 16 minutes from downloading the thing. It would have taken longer if I downloaded it normally, but I downloaded it via torrent because I have a torrent software, so I was like, man, let's do that. Okay. Oh. There we go. Typed it wrong. Welcome to Linux Mint. And it's like, it can tell you a bunch of stuff. So like, let's go. Let's just follow through. So sure, I'd love to figure out what's going on with this. Let's feel at home. I want dark. And we're gonna pick this green. What's Mint L? Oh, I don't like that. I like this. This one was good. Okay. System snapshots, that sounds good. Let me do that. Finish. Cool. Oh, wizard. Next. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it worked. We're in Linux. Next. Next. This is just backups. This is, now it's gonna automatically do backups. Sure, driver manager. Does it want, should I get any more drivers? No drivers needed. Cool. Update manager. What's this? Oh wow, look at this. I could check for updates. You want to switch to a local mirror? Sure, that sounds great. Cool, I don't know what that is. A new version is available. We're gonna wait to apply that update, cause we're gonna skip this. But yeah, just to show you how software manager. Oh wow, look at this. Now I can install whatever I want. Linux 101, yeah. So we wanted to log into a desktop environment. We did that after like 18 minutes. Arch. We didn't. Mint took 18 minutes. So let's go try and install Steam. Oh, wow. Look at that. It just works. And I could install other stuff if I felt like it. This is comparatively so much easier. Oh, Linux Mint, my beloved. And like it's fairly reasonable to expect that, like, you know, anybody's gonna have like a fairly easy time with this. Like, as long as like you know the absolute basics of like how to like install stuff, right? If you don't know anything about computers or anything, it'll probably take you a fair bit longer, right? And there might be a bit of frustration, but like if you know the basics, I see why you like this so much. Isn't it kind of... The Cinnamon desktop environment, so cozy. Linux Mint's just nice. It's just nice. It just feels nice. I've set up my KDE to feel like Linux Mint Cinnamon as much as possible. You know, because I just like it. This is cozy. The Cinnamon desktop environment does have a lot of limitations, unfortunately, but most people are never going to run into them. I ran into them because I'm a freaking weirdo who does a lot of weird shit on his computer, right? Like streaming. Sure. We will install. It's got to do its own updating and whatnot. But yeah, it also just comes with LibreOffice Writer. I don't want tips in startup. We can just do that out the gate. Just works. Just works. Type in document. Gives you a bunch of options. Do I want to scan? Do I want to view? Oh, I want this looks right. Bah. We got Excel spreadsheets, but in Calc instead. Right out the gate. No problem. If I type Photoshop, it's not going to bring anything up. I was hoping. We'll wait for Steam to finish and then we'll install GIMP. No Windows bloatware, no Office bloatware, hell yeah. Yeah. No, it comes with very, very little. It comes with like all the basics you would expect someone to need in like a basic office environment, and that's it. Nothing else. It's very bare bones, but not as bare bones as Arch. Arch doesn't even come with a desktop environment. It's just like, oh, I can't see anything. Yeah. You know what's great? Oh, stop. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I don't. Oh, okay, it got timed out. Okay, I see. I think my laptop might be resurrected. Yeah. Useful basic things. Yeah, exactly. Okay, is it gonna boot up Steam? Ah, there we go. Hold on. I will switch back over once I've typed things in. Okay. Okay. Actually, wait. Let me wait for it to not show my username. Okay, there we go. So, and then if I want to... Oh, close. I don't want to stream it. Properties. This is a little more... The difficulty, I think, here is trying to get it to not stream from me. Hold on. Maybe we can't play it. Banish just because it won't let me do a thing. But we can probably play Majesty. We don't get to see that, darn, right? How tragic. Yeah, I don't know what I'm able to install because this thing doesn't have like a graphics card. Hello. What the hell? Install. And okay. Accept. Okay. Oh, okay, so I understand what's going on now. It's treating it like it's a mobile device, so I'm not able to do the thing. Oh god. What is... Ugh. Alright. So we're breaking things a little bit. Hold on a moment. We're gonna reset. So, because of this is a virtual box, we have some limitations. So, I don't know if we're gonna be able to install a game. Just because of the virtual box limitations. Because I haven't passed through a GPU. But we could totally install like we'll yeah, that's fine. So if we want to go, oh, is it did I break things? Oh, there we go. It was just taking a moment to load up. Software. So if I wanted to like, oh, there we go. We got GIMP install. I haven't looked at GIMP in forever. I actually don't know what GIMP looks like these days. I usually use this one, Krita. I usually use Krita for everything. But as you can see, it's super easy to download things and like maybe use, if I type in Photoshop, like it's not gonna bring anything up, but you can totally just like Photoshop alternatives Linux and sure GIMP, Pinta, whatever that is, Krita, MyPaint, Photop. Gives you some options. GIMP. We open that up. And in theory, oh wow, this looks a lot better than I remember it being. This is like borderline usable. Hold on. I can actually navigate this. This actually makes sense to me. Hold on. Let's go. But yeah. About a half hour for me. So maybe a bit longer for someone else. But totally able to get the thing rolling. You know what? There's one other thing. Now, do we have actual viewers here? Hold on. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. As days go by, I have less and less inclination to dual stream. As much as I like the idea of dual streaming, it doesn't seem to benefit me at all. It seems to actually create more problems than anything. So I might end dual streaming next week and just be streaming only on YouTube again. Just give up. Maybe one day go back to dual streaming. But yeah, that was the Linux stuff. Linux Mint is very easy. But like Linux can be very hard when people are like, oh yeah, blah 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 blah. If they're, you know, talking at a million miles a minute about Linux this, Linux that, you probably shouldn't trust them. But if they're just like, yeah, just use this and like don't worry about anything, trust those people. Just like, don't worry about command line or anything, just install this thing, it will just work. You won't need to do anything. That person is probably trustworthy. Most people, like, there are too many people who are into Linux who are like into Linux, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna need you to calm down. Bless their souls. You know, they make my life easier by figuring out problems, so I don't have to. But my God, yeah, it gets a little deep, a little too deep for me personally. So, but yeah. Anyways, thank you everyone for dropping by. I think next week I'm gonna give up on Twitch and probably X as well, and just start streaming just to YouTube again. Next stream will be, well, we've got the Discord watch party tomorrow, so we're still watching Cowboy Bebop and Violet Evergarden, so make sure to drop by for that. And then Monday we will be streaming Cult of the Lamb, and that's gonna be fun. So yeah, we might do like 2 Cult of the Lamb streams next week, just like really get into it, like have a strong start into the game, and then maybe reduce it to 1 a week. I don't know, we'll see. I'll make schedule tomorrow and post it, so see how I feel. I usually have a good feel for like what I'm gonna want to do for the week when I get once Sunday rolls around. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed today's stream. I know it was a bit technical and boring for a lot of it, but yeah, thanks for dropping by, and until that next time, take care of yourselves, sleep well, eat well, hydrate, don't dehydrate, posture check, make sure you aren't shrimped up, and until then, bye.